How you guys doing? I'm gonna be walking you guys through the trade I took today. There were shorts. It was stop break even, but I'm gonna explain the logic and reasoning behind these shorts. So I'm gonna first show the execution of the trade I took. So here I took the trade on this 1 minute inversion. So all right, let me load this up. All right, so normally the trade was supposed to be taken off the last up close candles. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 up close candles. The last one being here. The trade was meant to be taken off the candle closure below for the change in state of delivery. Kind of entered early, didn't really get that closure below, but we did get that 1 minute inversion. So entry was around this area. Stop loss was at this candle's high. Take profit was this swing low. You can see how price came down, never really took it, reversed into premium, so retraced into premium, and then continuing the downside potentially, and then you can see how it just runs the lows, and we're pretty much just around this area. But that's the execution. I'm going to be showing now the reasoning behind the shorts on why I took them, and let's get to it. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the higher time frame, and we're gonna go from there. So monthly, we have this low here on our 3 monthly time frame, our quarterly low. Weekly, we're bearish, obviously. So honestly, I don't really want to fight this trend. So shorts are more high probability right off the bat. Now we have the daily time frame. So daily time frame, we've been stuck inside Tuesday's range. I didn't really expect a lot of volatility to kick in today just because we have NFP tomorrow on Friday, but we do have Peru's day low and Tuesday's low right below us. So 4-hour time frame, or let's go to the 8-hour instead. So 8-hour time frame, what we have is this 8-hour SIBI right above. So we're gonna mark this out on our 8 hours. So this 8-hour right here, we have this 8-hour SIBI. So you can see how price traded right into it. Never really had any body closures above the midpoint or the consequent encroachment of this imbalance. Only the wicks were doing the damage. Bodies were relatively just staying closed below the midpoint of it. So you can see how the bodies are just staying away from it. So this tells you that we're kind of respecting it right here and has the potential to offer fair value to this low down here. So this is Tuesday's low. After the 8-hour, we have the 4-hour time frame. So here on the 4-hour time frame, we had this imbalance. So pretty much this morning, what I marked out on my pre-market game plan was the potential for the 10 a.m. candle to open, manipulate inside the 4-hour imbalance, and then distribute to this low. So that is pretty much what I was looking for. All right, so let's go back here. I'll be showing the pre-market game plan. So it lets me go here. Okay, there we go. All right, so pretty much today was risk off for me. I didn't really want to risk a lot today, but basically you can see we're bearish. News was 8:30. Draw was Tuesday's low, 4-hour SIBI, and internal external. So I sent this plan out at 9:38 a.m. and we had our first scenario being our 8-hour SIBI offering fair value to Tuesday's low, 4-hour time frame, creating a 4-hour imbalance. If 10 o'clock opens, I will expect manipulation to occur at that POI to then distribute back lower to Tuesday's low. So what do we do? Technically, we just opened at 10 o'clock, rebalanced this 4-hour imbalance, so the SIBI, and then we had that distribution that you can see right on the right side of the screen. So picture perfect. Everything was perfect for this. Honestly, I love the confluences behind today's trade. So we have this 4 hour imbalance, right? Am I automatically going to enter off this 4 hour imbalance? No, I'll immediately get stopped out. So I'm not going to enter just because we tapped this 4 hour imbalance, but we use time frame alignment here. So what's the alignment for the 4 hour? So I have it written all down here on my top right screen, but technically the 4 hour time frame alignment is the 15. So if you guys notice on the hourly time frame as well, we do have this hourly imbalance inside the 4 hour. So 2 PD arrays, higher time frames, hourly and 4 hour. So this kind of gives me a little more refined confluence. So dropping down from the hourly to down to the 15, what do we have? So if you guys look closely from this high to this low, we tapped OTE over range. So pretty much we had that retracement back up to premium around our optimal trade entry. We had the SMTs at the highs. So if you look at ES never really took out the, this is ES right here. Okay. So this is NQ and this is ES. So technically NQ took out this high at 4 o'clock. So if we look at 4 o'clock on ES, we also took in that. Left side, no S&T actually. It was probably this right side here. Yeah, exactly right here. Okay, so we had the S&T at this high right here on ES. So ES took out this high at 10:30. That exact high at 10:30 for NQ. We didn't take it out, so there is SMT at these highs up here. So we know we have SMT for ES and NQ. So we have this OB, so this order block at our optimal trade entry. So retracement into this OB. Do I enter off the OB? No. So what's the time frame alignment for the OB? If I were to enter off the OB, then I probably would have got stopped out immediately, unless I'm trading and want to risk more points. But normally I like refining my entries. So from the 15, I dropped down to the 1 minute. So I'm actually going to leave this window popped up here. So 15, here's the 1 minute. So pretty much, what did we do, right? So I'm going to take this out like this. I'm going to delete it actually. All right. So here on the 1 minute, what we did was we retraced the premium of our range. We tapped the 15-minute OB. So what are the things that I like to look for when we tap into a higher time frame PD array? So we look for a short-term liquidity rate, right? So here on this area, you can see how price taps this OB. We then run this high once more with this price leg. So from these 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive up close candles, I want to see a candle closure below the last up close candle. So this candle is the one I'm paying attention to, right? So we already have a higher time frame PD array. We have our short-term liquidity rate. So what's next? What's next is SMT and change in state delivery. Like I said, we had the SMT at this high above. So once we have that SMT, what else do I want to look for? The change in state delivery. So price comes down, right? Never really got that closure below until that displacement was shown. My entry was kind of early, like I said. It wasn't really below the change in state delivery. So that's kind of one mistake I did. But we did get that inversion and price was moving, closing below. And we had this 15-minute imbalance. So if we go to the 15-minute time frame on our chart, you can see how we have this 15-minute imbalance right below us. That was pretty much my draw on liquidity, as well as if we disrespect it, we can continue going lower. But I had this take profit at this old low inside the 15-minute gap. See how price comes down. Doesn't really necessarily tap that or take that low. Instead, we just retrace back up to premium and then continue going lower. But yeah, this was my take profit. Price never touched it. I moved my stop to break even. So once I entered here and put my stop loss above, we traded and rebalanced our 15-minute BISI. I moved my stop break even. Price then retraced the premium, take me out my position. And yeah, but later on, it just delivered, took out this low, took all the lows. So I was basically anticipating a 4-hour open high, low close. And yeah, it delivered pretty much perfectly. I mean, I love the reasoning behind it. Time frame alignment was perfect today. I mean, we had our 4-hour, which is a 4-hour gap, our 15-minute, which is our 15-minute order block, and we had our 1 minute, which is the 1 minute change in state delivery. So yeah, I mean, the trade panned out, but in terms of my trade, it didn't really pan out because I had my stop break even. But if I were to enter off the inversion with the stop loss at the high, then potentially this would have panned out. But overall, I'm happy with the way I traded today. And yeah, a pretty clean day. Not very clean delivery, but in terms of direction, pretty crystal clear. But that's pretty much it for the trade recap for today. Hope you guys learned something from me and be safe, guys.